So it's my pleasure to be here with Susan Lucci, and I don't think she needs much of an introduction. I got to meet Susan initially through her husband and eventually worked with her. But my wife knew Susan for many, many years. She always told me about Erica on her incredibly long-running, successful daytime television program. And what was interesting when my wife and I got lucky enough to know Susan as a person, my wife said she's exactly opposite the character she was on TV. The character on
That's
TV,
good.
she said that was, she couldn't believe it. I mean, you're the nicest person. When you go out with you, you're not just nice to the person you're with, you're nice to everybody around. I've seen, we've been out to lunch or dinner and people come up to you and you take the time to speak to everyone, take a picture, sign an autograph. But she said, Rich, you would not believe who this person was. She was the most evil woman on the planet. Now she could be so nice. So you're amazing at what you do. And thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming to talk with us today. The purpose today is to raise funds for Long Island hospitals. And I know you do a lot of work for the American Heart Association. And thank you for coming.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm so happy to have this opportunity, Rich. Thank you so much. Great to talk to you. You talk about somebody who's good at what they do. That would be you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, you know, you yourself have been involved personally with heart disease. And, you know, what are you doing for yourself right now? You're isolating, I imagine, like everybody else.
Just like everybody else, Helmut and I are staying in, we're staying put, we are isolating. He's cooking a lot, however, Rich. I'm going to come out a lot fatter than I went into this quarantine.
Absolutely. I started my diet 2 days ago because I've been really bad. You know, a lot of patients who have what you had, if I could say on
Sure,
this,
absolutely.
is that you had a stent. And this is a person who looks as good on the inside as she does on the outside, except that she had a blockage in the main artery of the heart. But no damage was done to the heart. And she ended up getting a stent. And since then, it's been around a year or so and has been feeling well and active and doing all the things she wants to do. And questions that patients would send, and I get 20 of these a day, is am I someone at high risk for this virus because I quote unquote have a heart situation? And I'm told that if you have a heart situation, it's something to be concerned about. But the thing is, you know, I don't believe that you or anybody with a stent who has normal heart function is at an increased risk with this. You're not immunocompromised. You're otherwise healthy. There's no damage to your heart muscle. Your heart is strong. And the fact the stent's in there means that the flow is going through your arteries. So you're at no more risk with this particular cardiac condition than a normal, healthy person that's otherwise affected by this. People who are more high risk are people who have immunosuppressive diseases or on medications, people who have lung disease. But you're not at increased risk.
Thank you so much. I really was wondering about that. I know when I've spoken to you, when I've come to see you for a checkup, you know, you did tell me that my heart itself was not ever compromised. And so my heart was strong. So I guess eating all that kale has been a good thing after all. Maybe it helped keep my heart a little bit stronger. And I'm really happy.
I wouldn't know about kale because I'm eating steak all the time, but
I know, I love it.
I'll let you and my kids eat kale. I'll eat steak and French fries, frankly.
Yes.
You know, although
your wife and I will eat kale. But I also wanted to ask you, what about and my husband and I have done some work for AFib too, and he has AFib. Is that an underlying condition?
Well, not really.
He has very mild, I think. No symptoms. He never had any symptoms of it.
Yeah. So, you know, atrial fibrillation is different than a blockage in the coronary arteries. You know, a coronary artery can cause a heart attack if it closes, and that's why you got stents. Atrial fibrillation relates to the regularity or irregularity of the heart rhythm. It's called an arrhythmia. And it's a relatively benign arrhythmia in that it's not life-threatening, but you need to be on blood thinners because the risk of AFib is frequently you can get a clot, and that can cause a stroke. So that's why Helmut's on a blood thinner. But his heart function is normal, just like yours. And now that your arteries are normal, his arteries were always normal. So he also is not at increased risk with this virus. He's not immunocompromised. He's healthy. He's active. He's thin. And so he's in pretty good shape. So the fact that he has an arrhythmia doesn't put him at increased risk either. So the two of you, if you do the things you're doing, social separation and staying together there, you should be fine.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear you say that. And I'm sure that there will be other people who are tuning into your telethon and wonder about those things too, because we heard there's a connection between having heart issues and a COVID-19. So
Yeah.
19, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and so you wonder, is there a degree of concern for whatever heart issue you have? I'm sure a lot of people have AFib too, but would love to hear what you just said.
So you mentioned COVID-19, just so you know, you hear that all the time, and people might wonder, what does that mean? COVID-19 basically stands for coronavirus disease that was discovered in 2019. So
Oh,
that's the origin of that. It sounds like a real technical term, but it really isn't.
yeah.
So this way we know that. But Susan, you are an incredible person. You're unlike Erica, according to my wife. And you look just as good on the inside as the outside now. And we can't thank you and Helmut for letting
Thank
you
you.
take the time with us. And I just wish you guys healthy and hope to go back out to dinner with you soon.
Thank you. I hope so too. And give my love to your wife. And please thank these incredible, your doctors and nurses, your colleagues, the first responders. There aren't enough words to say thank you that would adequately express how I feel about them. They are our heroes. They are the angels among us.
Thank you, Susan. You take care.
You too. Thank you.